Welcome. Let's look at this equation, which represents a parabola, and let's write it in standard form. Well, let's remind ourselves, how does the equation of a parabola looks like? There are two equations that we can consider. We have x minus h squared equals to 4p y minus k, and y minus k squared equals 4p x minus h. So out of these two equations, which one should we consider? Well, it all depends on what is the variable that is being raised to the second. In the equation that we were given, y is being raised to the second. So let's concentrate on the equation of a parabola where y is being raised to the second as well. So now we have our end goal. But one thing that I notice is the left-hand side of the equation, y minus k squared. This is the type of result that we obtain anytime we perform completing the square. So let's do that. Let's obtain our equation and let's complete the square on the variable of y. So let's start the process of this. Let me bring my equation down. To complete the square on the variable of y, we have to leave all those terms with the variable of y by itself. And there are two terms that does not have a variable of y. So let me move that to the right-hand side of the equation. Let me start by adding 8x to both sides of the equation so that it cancels out. Here we have our terms with a y on it. Now let's move negative 31 to the right-hand side so that we isolate the y's. Let's add 31 to it. Great. Now that we have isolated the y's, let's obtain the value that is in front of y, and let's perform the operation of completing the square. There are two things that we are going to do to that value. First, I'm going to divide it by 2, which is going to give me 3. And then I'm going to raise it to the second, and that's going to give me 9. And what we are going to do to this value, we are going to add it to both sides of the equation, on the left and on the right. And look at what we have once we do this addition. On the left-hand side, if we were to try to factor this expression out, we would have the factors of y plus 3 times y plus 3. But we can just rewrite this as y plus 3 raised to the second. So let's do that. Let's rewrite the left-hand side as y plus 3 raised to the second. And the right-hand side, let me combine like terms. If we pause here and we see what we have and what we want, the equations are definitely starting to look a lot similar. There's just a little bit of manipulation that still needs to be done. On the right-hand side, notice that the variable of x, it does not have a leading coefficient. In what we have a leading coefficient of a value of 8. So let's factor that out. And when we do, we are going to get x plus 5. And we are done. Because this equation, it looks exactly the same as the equation of the parabola that we wanted to have. Now for the second task, if we want to graph this parabola that we have just defined, we need to define two things. We need the location of the vertex, and we need the focal distance. Where the vertex is at the location of h comma k, and the focal distance, it is the value that we have in front of 4. So there's just a little bit of manipulation that we have to do to the equation that we found. To identify the value of k, we need to write the expression as a subtraction. Right now, we have an addition. So instead of writing plus 3, I'm going to write it as minus negative 3. And to obtain the value of p, I need to write the value of 8 as a multiple of 4. So instead of writing a, I'm going to write it as 4 times 2. And to find the value of h, we need to write it as a subtraction. Right now, I have it as an addition. So instead of writing plus 5, I'm going to write it as subtraction of -5. And we are done. And now we have everything that we need to graph our equation. The vertex, it has a location at -5, comma, -3, and we have a focal distance of a value of +2. So let's start by placing our vertex at -5, comma, -3. But because y is being raised to the second, then we have a parabola that is either opening to the left or opening to the right. But because the focal distance has a positive value, then we need to give it a positive direction, which is to the right. So here we have our parabola. And to define the focus, let's use the location of the vertex and move 2 units to the right, which is going to be at the location of -3, comma, -3. And to define our directrix, instead of going 2 units to the right, let's go the opposite direction, 2 units to the left, which is going to be at the x value of -7. And now we have a good sketch of the parabola that we were given. Hello, if you would like to continue learning about mathematics, you can check out the videos on the left.